Hey everybody, it's Travis Johnson from the show What's Really Good. I'm coming to you live here from the Diddy hearing. It was a very short hearing today. Diddy was actually in court. The family was here, everybody was here. As a matter of fact, I just noticed something. Mama Flip is standing next to me. Can we shoot the camera over here for a second?
How
How you
are
doing, Mama
you?
Flip?
How you
We
doing?
all know Queen's Flip. Some of you
Yes.
know his mom. This is actually Queen's Flip's mom. I call her
Yes.
Mama Flip. I noticed that during the trial, you and I may have differed,
We
differed
have different,
in
yes.
in some of the in some of the things that were going on, some of the positions. So can I just know exactly what your position on everything was on the entire trial? You were here for most of the trial. I saw you a lot of days.
All the trials, yes.
How did you
Since
feel about
November.
how
Since
did you feel about
November.
everything in totality?
In totality, I think that the jury got it wrong mostly. Mostly, I'm happy that at least we got two of the five charges. I think they just gave him a slap on the wrist. I do believe the RICO case was proven, even though a lot of people disagree with me. But at the end of the day, he did use his company, his staff members, in order to facilitate this lifestyle that he wanted. I mean, I think that he did lie and manipulate and gaslight the women in order to be part of the lifestyle. He acted as if they were his loves and his girlfriend and his sunlight and everything like that. And all he wanted to do is pretty much just use them to facilitate this life. I think it's hysterical that now that he has been charged in the man charge, they're trying to push it back and say now he's an amateur porn producer. I thought that was hysterical to me today. So right now, they're fighting for his First Amendment right because the First Amendment right does allow someone to film porn,
Correct.
right? So now they're trying to say that all he's been doing all this time, he didn't participate with the gentleman, so all he was doing was producing film. So his First Amendment right has been violated with this case. It's hysterical. They're gonna pull every single possible thing they can to get this man out. They were celebrating that he didn't have the man case. I mean, he didn't have the bigger case. They
Right.
said that everybody supported him. The jail was happy, and now he's devastated. Like you can't have it both ways.
And so you sat today for the hearing today, and now the judge is going to deliver his decision. What do you anticipate his decision
I'm
being?
anticipating a decision that he gets sentenced on October 3rd. I'll be very surprised if the judge changes his mind because a lot of the cases, a lot of the argument that they had prior throughout the cases, they already went through. And they're being very repetitive with their acquittal requests. A lot of it, the judge was like, no. So they have something completely new, which I find hysterical that he is now doing porn, and it violated his First Amendment right. So I think that's their new take on it. We'll see what the judge said. I think the judge was really pushing back. Also, another thing that the judge was pushing back on, they're saying since he did not directly pay for the gentleman, right? It was the ladies that paid for the gentleman. Then how can he have commercially benefited because the money didn't come through him? And also, so it shouldn't really be tuition because he was just watching. And the judge made a fabulous case when he said, okay, so if you have a businessman who actually pays for a tuition to give service to a client, are you saying that's not tuition?
I definitely
So
remember when the judge made that point.
the
Yeah,
judge is like,
yeah,
and they were like, no. The
yeah.
judge was like, okay, now you're doing too much.
I think that
It's too much.
I felt like at that moment he might have had Alexandra Shapiro on her heels. I think he caught her a little off guard.
No, he did because he's like, you're being ridiculous right now. Let me out.
Prisoner 371113, you have been tried and found guilty by a jury of your peers. You have been sentenced to 7 years rehabilitation without the possibility of parole. Food and water will be supplied to you at the discretion of the citizens, the very citizens you chose to betray. Upon successfully completing your rehabilitation, you will be allowed to return to the city and to be reinstated as a citizen. You are what you choose to be.
So they're trying to say it's not Tusha. They're trying to say it's not Mann Act. They're trying to say is First Amendment. They're doing everything in order to destroy the Mann Act. And what makes me it's funny because you guys said the Mann Act wasn't anything, right? Tusha was just a little something. It wasn't a big deal. So why are you guys fighting so hard to try to get that thrown away, right? So yeah. So I just found it to be ridiculous today. But hey, that's what they're paying. They're the OJ defense team. That's what he's paying for. And they're fighting every step of the
They
way.
really are. And lastly, so next week we're gonna be here for sentencing.
Yes.
What do you? Can I get a
I, I
some?
I'm gonna say the same thing that I say every single time somebody asks me specific questions. I am happy that I got the two charges. I wasn't 100% we was going to get any as a result of the political circles that we in. I think that the judge is going to be fair. I think the judge really take a lot of homage to the fact that he actually used a lot of physical force on the lady. So I think he's going to take that into consideration. I'm hoping that he gives him the max because he needs to learn. But in this political circle and everything like that, I'm not sure if he's going to get the match. I hope he doesn't walk that same day because I don't think he's going to learn. I don't. I literally don't think. I think all the BS that people talk about. Oh, he's learning. It was his private business. I don't think he's going to learn. I think he's going to go right back into the same lifestyle because he's not even. He hasn't even came out to actually acknowledge that the stuff that he did to the women was wrong. So until he comes out and acknowledges and say, okay, I did that. It was a lifestyle. I was doing this. I apologize. I'm going to 100% change. I take ownership to it. Until he does that, it's just going to be a bunch of BS for me.
So you don't. A lot of people are talking about a time served or something.
I hope he
You
don't get a
see
time
that.
served. I don't see the time served, but I don't know if they're going to give him the max. I don't see the time served because I think the judge is very serious about the fact that they kept on pushing the narrative that this is not a RICO case, but this is a DV case. You understand what I'm saying? So the judge is like, well, I have two witnesses here who says that they fear for their safety. So why am I going to let you walk? You see, the judge kept on pushing that, and I think that's what's in the judge's mind that you can't just say it's a DV case, it's not a RICO case. You can't just say it's not a big deal when it is. It's a big deal, And you use money, you use gaslighting, you use manipulation, you use drugs. The judge took all of that into consideration. All that stuff that everybody say, oh, was thrown out. The judge took all of that into consideration. The jury may have not found him guilty, but the judge was like, yeah, I was here for all of this.
He remembered.
And not only was I here for all of this, there was a lot of evidence that the jury did not hear that I heard. So I'm going to make a decision. So I'm hoping that he gets the max myself, which I guess is about 5 years. I'll be happy if he gets like half of that just to teach him a lesson so he can sit down. But I'll be pissed if he walks.
Okay. So you heard it from Mama Flip. We will be
Yes.
here. I know she's going to be here next
Yeah, I'm
week.
going to be here. Yeah.
I'll be here next week. And if it comes anything close to what I think it may be, which
Yeah.
is a little over time served, believe I'm going to be looking for her to get on her.
Oh yeah, you will. And again, I want to make clear that I said I'm hoping. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Again, I keep saying someone told me that I'm talking two-sided mouth. I'm not talking two-sided mouth. I'm saying in this political circle, when you have the most powerful man in the United States sitting at Washington D.C. and he has all these cases against him, and he was found guilty of an essay, right? I cannot sit here and tell you that this particular judge is going to give him the full like. I can't because we don't live in this world anymore. Everybody think essay is no big deal. So who am I to say he's going to get the full amount? I'm not saying that. I say I would be personally pissed if he walked, but that's just me.
Okay.
All right?
Personally, I think she's going to be pissed.
Yeah,
All right.
probably,
But we'll see
probably.
next week.
We'll see next
Thank
week.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much.